So I wanted to kind of give a breakdown on exactly why iOS 18 will essentially and eventually break your iPhone if you're not super careful with your particular device. The very first thing I want to let you know is that in theory, iOS 18, it's an update, it's an up and coming update. There's still a lot of good stuff going on with this particular update too, and there's a lot of cool improvements and advancements Apple's kind of thrown here. But the big thing I want to kind of just tell you is that iOS 18, if you install the beta on your main device, if you're going through and installing this on your main phone that you're about to use on an everyday basis, this is probably going to break your phone in some form or capacity. You are going to run into so many bugs, so many problems, and so many issues that you are probably going to have to go through and probably factory reset this phone and downgrade back to iOS 17 at some point. And the first thing I want to say is, although it looks appealing to go ahead and install this version of software, the main thing you have to kind of keep in mind is that within iOS 17 or within iOS 18, this particular update is going to break some compatibility issues with some other devices. What I mean by this is, within iOS 18, the big thing you have to keep in mind is that your iPhone is probably tied to a lot of other devices as well. It's probably tied over to something like maybe like an Apple Watch or maybe some other devices here and there. And if you're not careful, these particular devices can actually break some compatibility with not only your particular, other devices you have, but also with other applications you're using, and some apps may not be suitable for iOS 18 just yet. So it's going to run into a lot of problems that you may have, within your particular iPhone. So in a way, that will kind of break your compatibility issues with some other devices you have. But the big thing I could probably tell you is that I've run into a lot is the stability issues. Whenever I'm going through and I'm installing this next version of software on my particular device, almost every single time I'm going to be running into some sort of issues. I'm either going to be running into some software issue, some weird issue with battery life, something across the board. That happens almost every single time. So the big thing I want to let you know here too is that if you're planning on installing this update, you're going to run into some problems that's going to break or possibly affect your particular iPhone in a negative way as well. So I don't want to scare you per se, but I think it might be worth it just for a little bit. You are going to be in a much better situation if you just go through and basically install an actual good version of software on your particular device like iOS 17 right now, and you're better off waiting until iOS 18 comes out in an official standpoint, not in this beta that it is in now, but when it officially comes out, it makes a lot more sense to go and install it then rather than installing it as of this point. So from my standpoint, that kind of covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.